How do pilots land in bad weather when they can't see the runway? One way is to use the ILS, or Instrument Landing System. The Instrument Landing System has 4 main components, and I'm going to talk about each one. The first one is called the Localizer. The Localizer provides lateral course guidance to the pilot, telling them where they are, left or right of the extended runway centerline. The Localizer is an electronic signal that is generated by an antenna at the far end of the runway. The course is between 3 and 6 degrees wide, and it's adjusted so that it's about 700 feet wide at the runway threshold. To use the Localizer, pilots first tune the appropriate frequency into their navigation radios. Course guidance is then displayed to the pilot on a device called the CDI, or Course Deviation Indicator. If the airplane is in the center of the Localizer course, this vertical needle here will remain in the center of the CDI. If the airplane is off course, the CDI will show this by indicating to the pilot in which direction the course lies relative to the airplane. If the airplane is off course to the left, as shown here, then the CDI will be deflected to the right, showing the pilot that the course lies to their right, and they'll need to make a course correction back towards the right to get back in the center of the Localizer. If the airplane is right of course, the needle will be displaced to the left, showing the pilot that the Localizer course lies to their left. The further off course the airplane is, the further the CDI needle will be displaced. Keep in mind that the Localizer course gets narrower and narrower the closer into the antenna you get. This means that a given CDI deflection represents a shorter and shorter physical distance from the center of the course the closer into the runway you get. In this example, both of these airplanes are showing the same 5-dot CDI deflection. But this airplane further out here is a further physical distance from the center of the course than this airplane in here. This course narrowing means that for any given CDI deflection, the pilot will need to make smaller and smaller adjustments to get back on course the closer into the runway they are. The pilot will experience this as the needle seeming to become more sensitive the closer in they get. For the instrument rating check ride, you'll need to keep the CDI needle within 3/4 scale deflection. And lastly, keep in mind that the Localizer signal can be reliably received up to 35 degrees either side of the course, out to 10 nautical miles, and up to 10 degrees either side of the course, out to 18 nautical miles.